Alright, how's it going? Here we go again. I just played one actually. I might upload this one still like a few days later because, I want to sort of give each video time to, I don't know. Okay, so in the last video I just played e5. We got the black pieces again. Let's see. I think I played the Sicilian once, the French once. Let's try the Caro-Kann. Caro-Kann, it looks a bit weird, but yeah, as a first move, but you always follow up with this move. Oh, we're getting the echo again. Hang on. Okay, and unlike the French position, yeah, you leave this diagonal open for the bishop, so that's all good. Okay, they give this check. Do I want to block with the knight? I'm actually happy with the bishop trade if they want to trade bishops. Let's see if they want to do that. Okay, cool. I could take with the knight or the queen. I'll just take with the knight, I guess. Sometimes, yeah, knight's maybe a little bit better on c6, so I think this is probably fine. Okay, yeah, this is. I don't think this is theory. I don't know about this at all, really. So what's the best sort of setup? I think grabbing e5 looks appealing. Yeah, let's try that. See what happens. Okay. Let's go knight f6 maybe. Yeah, makes sense. I think just bishop d6. I kind of wish my knight was on c6 now, but never mind. Okay, castle. Okay. Queen b6. They might play something like queen c1. Let's start with rook e8. I feel like I'm always going to play this move. Just add a little bit of protection here. And now I could recapture with the knight. Let's do that. I think I didn't like my knight on this square anyway, and now it's on the natural square defending this pawn. Okay, what next? What next? I'm gonna just bring my rook to the open file. If knight b5, I can tuck my bishop all the way back here, and that's another reason for playing rook c8 first, is that my rook doesn't get sort of trapped in the corner. Okay, what now? I think I might actually just play bishop b8 anyway. It kind of feels right to me. I don't know, it might not be right, but yeah, my idea is I want to sort of create this queen and bishop battery, open it up and go for a checkmate. It's not a very subtle sort of plan, but yeah, sometimes it can be quite effective. If I play this, then this is kind of annoying, so maybe I just want to play a6 first. I kind of like a6 because it also gives the bishop the option of going to this square and maybe using this diagonal as well, so it just gives a little bit more flexibility. Okay, so what to do here? Problem is if I do nothing, then they'll take, and if I take with the queen, then they get this pawn. I would like to get e4. If I take, then the queen comes out. I could play something weird like knight h5, look for knight f4 maybe. Yeah, I kind of don't want to trade. Knight h5, maybe there's something like queen f3, developing the queen and putting some more pressure here. What would I play? Not really sure. How should I play this position? I am not sure. At all, but I do need to make a move at some point. Here. Oh yeah, no, this does defend. Here they might be able to play like knight takes pawn or something weird because it uncovers an attack over here. Say here. If bishop. Then again, there's this, isn't there? Here, knight takes. Again, maybe I can play something weird, knight f4. And then I'm attacking the knight. And if the knight retreats somewhere, then I can play queen d6. And I feel like my pieces are getting quite active. I'm not sure what to do at all here. Make a move, Pete. Come on. Knight h5. Knight takes, queen takes. Maybe I could play like g6, f5, e4. Just try to get my pawns at the board. Let's do that. I'm not sure. Maybe at knight h5 or something. Oh, they didn't even take with the queen. That's interesting. Well, I feel like getting my queen to h4. If that leaves this pawn unprotected, but then maybe I can play here, which would be threatening queen h2. Let's go for that. Knight take. I played too slow this game, but knight takes maybe e4. Ah, this is a fork. But there's rook h3. Okay, and that's annoying. Is this a good move? Rook e3, maybe. Maybe I can play something like this, attacking the rook. And the pawn behind it, so I'd play something like rook f3. And then maybe I can play here. Let's try it out. I've got to move. Got to move. I'm sure I've misplayed this game. This doesn't feel right. Ah, okay, phew. Okay, we can relax. Pause the video if you want to try and find the best move here, but yeah, I've got a very strong move. A move that's just winning the game. Okay, so I'm going to play it. Yeah, queen takes rook. This bishop is pinning the pawn. It's all good. Watch out for these bishops, yeah. Snipers is what people call them. Okay, let's not just mess around though and get into trouble like I have been doing in some of my videos. Okay, so now they are threatening to take my queen. If I take this, and they can maybe sacrifice the queen because they get this queen, but then I get the knight. That looks good enough to me. Let's do that. Okay, we're up a rook. Happy days. They've got not the prettiest pawn structure I've ever seen. You know, triple, double, and isolated pawn. Yeah, not too great. Okay, let's check the review. I'm sure there are some interesting takeaways with this. Yeah, I made a big mistake. Yeah, you can see the graph. Yeah, not good at all. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, maybe I can guess what move it was. I can't remember. I can't remember. Yeah, where I went wrong. But let's see. This is all good. E5 is fine, probably. Okay, and it's this next move. Knight F6 it doesn't like. Is that right? Did I play Knight F6 here? Wow. Who would have thought, right? Who would have thought this is a blunder? Why is it no good? Because of what they did. Or they can even okay, they can even sacrifice and then play Rook E1. That's interesting. That's interesting. So I have to play Bishop D6, only move actually. Okay, just defending this pawn. So castles, I needed to be aware that after Knight F6. Here, here, and then D4 or something. Yeah, so hang on, so Knight F6. Rook E1 was good for them as well. So what, I don't know. Oh, I didn't even pick up on at all what they were threatening. So that's kind of interesting. But they missed the idea though. So they did have a good position. Knight E5, Knight E5, Rook E1. And this is why you need to get castled and get your king out of the center real quick. This is a sort of classic example where you pin a knight, and even if you defend it, so you can't move the knight because it's pinned, and if you defend it, then they can just use these pawns and attack this knight. And again, the knight can't move. I am up a piece though, but not only are they getting this piece back, but when they take with the pawn, it's also forking my pieces, I guess. Big problems, yeah. So if I castle, for example, then this is a bit of a disaster. Yeah, and if I try to get my bishop out with a check, they can just play d4, and they're winning an extra piece, yeah, which is pretty huge. But okay, so I got away with one there. Yeah, they missed an opportunity. So again, yeah, they needed to sacrifice a knight. I saw that after d4, I'd play e4, and there wouldn't be any problems. But yeah, the right idea is for them to sacrifice and then get the piece back with interest, Okay, but they let me castle, and now life's good, and hopefully the rest was pretty okay. Bishop b8 is a good move. That's good to know. h5 makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah, just restrict this knight, give my king a flight square. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I should have played that. Yeah, because this is where I spent a lot of time. I wasn't sure how to handle this. The computer likes these moves, which, yeah, lifting up the rooks so that if they take, then we recapture the rook, and suddenly we've got the rook on these squares, pointing at the king. So that's quite nice. I missed that. But knight g4 is a good move, I think. And again, it really likes the rook lift. Queen h4 is bad. I thought they could maybe do this, and I was just going to play e4 and hope for the best. g3. I was aware of g3, and then maybe I was just going to sacrifice, and then maybe this is just it's just a perpetual check where you keep giving these checks. If I go this way, we just do the little dance, right? And if they ever go this way, yeah, they can't. If they ever come to this line, then we'll take this pawn with check and get our rook into the game. I imagine that's winning for black, so they have to go here. Oh no, they don't. They just have to go back. Because here... okay, there's loads of good moves, but queen h2, rook c2 as well. Yeah, rook c2, and after it takes the queen, and we give this check and then pick up the queen. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't play too well then this game. Queen h4, not great at all because of lots of reasons. So yeah, the rook lift is the right idea in this one, or queen d7. Just queen d7, a bit weird, but it wants queen d7, queen f3, and just playing really slowly, putting your rooks in the center, and I just have a nice position with the center, and the bishop maybe slightly better than the knight. Okay, there we go. Yeah, is that everything? Yeah, and rook e3. Bishop a7 was the best move, that's good to know. And yeah, it's a mistake. I was looking at rook f3, you know, which defends this pawn behind. But then I was just going to play e4. So what should they do? They should sacrifice the exchange. Okay, yeah, so give up the rook for a bishop and a pawn. But yeah, they can still fight here, absolutely. You know, knights are tricky and they got an extra pawn. So, okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that one as well, yeah. Yeah, feel free to drop me a comment, like and all that, subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Cool, see you later, bye.